Hey there, it's Rachel from All About Planners. In this video I'm doing a review of the Day Designer day per page layout. So each day gets its own page except for Saturday and Sunday, which are combined onto the one page. So this one is the mini version. There's also the larger version, which is probably the one that you've seen all over the internet. However, that one's more expensive and shipping is quite pricey to get it to Australia. Keep that in mind if you're a fellow Aussie. So I opted to get the mini. In terms of space for planning, I do think the mini is sufficient. If you're doing a lot of daily planning, then you might need the big one, but otherwise I'll just go with the mini. So it is about 6.75 inches wide by approximately 9 inches, about 9 inches high. So not too bad a size, probably in between small and what I'd call medium. Now, because it is a day to a page planner, it is quite thick. The hardcover also adds to the weight, so it is a bit clunky and heavy. Keep that in mind if you're going to take it with you. It's going to be even worse if you get the larger size version. So in terms of how thick it is, I would say it is about 1 inch thick. You do have a little bit of space on the coil if you added some stickers, but not too much because it already is pretty much at capacity. So in terms of the color scheme, I opted for the classic black and white stripe, which always looks good. I like it offset with the gold foil of the coil, and then also little corners. I do not like this mint. I absolutely hate mint. It's a gross color in my opinion. I don't like it, so I don't want to see that. Has a pocket folder, so that was a little yucky, the mint. But the gold, let's talk about the gold. The gold looks really pretty. You get the month printed on the front and the back of the tabs. Tabs for each month. Looks classy, I like it. So in terms of what the planner is like inside, you get your usual front page. It gives you some tips on how to use the planner. Then we go into the initial planning that some planners include, like that goal setting. So it's got a reality check. This one is something that I've not seen in another planner, where you can go through and take stock of all the different areas of your life and how they're going. So it's like a starting point. I think that's a good idea. Wish more planners included that. You have your values page with this built-in Venn diagram, so you don't have to worry about trying to draw a circle. The My Goals section broken down into different areas of your life. A good goal setting page. I think I prefer a structured page like this to just one that's kind of like a questionnaire. I like categorizing things, so this layout is really doing it for me. We have the goal page. I think it's a good idea, but the space to write is just not going to be enough. Even just this here, the goal description, as you can see from the size of my finger, it's pretty tiny. You're not going to have much room to write at all, let alone put in stuff in these spaces. I'd probably need about 3 boxes just to write anything. In terms of comparison, to give you an idea, like that's my hand, and that's pretty much the whole planner. So it's quite small. Probably won't be as bad in the larger size, but yeah, I just don't think that's enough space. Then we have an ideal month, something else that most planners don't include. I think that's a good idea to sort of take stock of what are you doing when. Same with an ideal week with a morning and afternoon. Again, there's just not going to be enough space to write. I'd have to color code if I use this, because that is tiny, as you can see. Those boxes are pretty much useless. You'd have to color code or put a dot sticker or something in there because you can't write anything. Dates at a glance for 2018, which this planner is dated for. Then we have this page, which I really like, which has, you could turn it into a list making, which is what I'm intending to do. So I'm going to have like 3 lists, 1, 2, 3, and then draw a line to divide up the page. Or you could just use it as normal note paper with maybe some top 3 goals. They also have printables of their planner pages if you want to try them out, because the planner is kind of pricey. I used the daily planner previously. I used the free printable. I'll include the link in the description box below to the blog post that I did on that. I quite liked it in terms of a daily planner, so I thought, well, I may as well get the mini. It was on sale anyway. That's my justification for buying yet another planner. Okay, so the monthly calendar starts on a Monday. You've got the public holidays printed, and it also has a little banner for those days. Do you need the banner? Not really. You've already got the public holidays printed, but it's a little extra decorative thing, I guess. The sidebar has dotted writing space, so that's good. It'll still keep it neat. The boxes are kind of small to write in, probably not more than 1 inch, but it is a small page size, so to be expected. You get a nice big space at the top here. You could add some washi tape or do some like lines with highlighter. That always adds a bit of color and it's really quick to do. And yeah, so the weekends are together and it's got like this shading, which I don't mind. And that's pretty much all there is to it, to the monthly calendar. Very simple layout. And then we go into the daily pages. So because of the wire binding, you can turn it back on itself to save space on your desk and write on it like that. So you've probably already seen this daily layout. I mean, this is a pretty well-known planner. You've got a quote up the top. Today's top 3. Love that because I always do a top 3. Things that are due, dinner, dollars, and don't forget. Probably not too bad in terms of the space. You probably can't fit more than 1 or 2 things in each box though, so you might have to go like bill, mortgage, and that would probably fill the entire box. If you like to write a lot or you write big, you might want to opt for the larger page size version. I do like that the public holidays are printed again on the daily spread. It goes from 7 AM until 7 PM. That's better in my opinion than most because the daily planners tend to start at 5 AM. I am never up at 5 AM. But again, it only goes through till 7 and it's not in half-hourly intervals. So keep that in mind if that's going to be a problem. Okay, to-do checklist, got a note section and then a daily gratitude. And if you don't do that, like I don't, you can always just white that out and put something else in there instead. So, same deal throughout, different quotes. The days of the week are printed up the top so you can find them easier when you're flicking, which is a nice idea. I'll just show you what a weekend looks like. Okay, there we go. So we've got Saturday and Sunday sharing one page instead of having a full page to itself. I would probably prefer if it was just the checklist for each day, but you can always just white out the hours and draw your own little check boxes in anyway. Still got the top 3, and then down the bottom here we have a next week section. So I really don't see the point in this. It's really small. You're not going to be able to really fit anything in there. It's just, like, even the font is tiny, as you can see. In terms of comparison with my finger, that's all you get. So I think it's kind of a waste of space. I'd rather just, like, lined note-taking space there. So daily page is very functional. The weekend, not so much. So if we go through at the back of each month, you get this list again. And if we go through to the very back of the planner, going, so you don't get any notes pages except for this, which is one dismal page, which is quite disappointing. I know the planner is already kind of bulky, but I do like some extra notes pages at the back for pen testing, sticking in like a printable. So yeah, kind of a little disappointing that there's no notes pages at the back. I will be doing a pen test. I'll include the link to the blog post, which will have that in the description box below if you're interested in which ones bleed through, ghosting, etc. That's pretty much all there is to this planner. So in terms of whether I'd recommend it, to be honest, probably not. You can get the printables off their website for free anyway, so I don't really think it's worth spending the money on the actual planner. You could just print out some and use a discbound notebook, so I like using the ARC. The Happy Planner is similar and it's quite cheap. And then you could just put together your own planner yourself. I really don't think it is worth the cost. It's just too expensive. It's a very simple layout. Just use the free printable. I probably would not recommend buying this unless you know this is the layout that you're going to use. It's your version of Planner Piece, then yeah, go ahead and splurge for it. Otherwise, just use the free printables on their website. So I hope you found this review helpful. Don't forget that pen test will be linked in the description box below, which will go to the blog post. And don't forget to subscribe for more YouTube videos. I usually do 1 or 2 planner reviews each week. I'll see you in the next one.